Shaka being that mafioso that done died, the coldest ninja with a nunchuck swinging behind his back, aka Shaka Black, aka Shaka being there, aka Shaka Fuego, aka Shaka Flame, man. And we got a series of unfortunate events, man. Uh, a lot of it isn't adding up, man. Bomac, Terence Crawford's personal trainer, should have been trainer of the year this year, has gotten caught up on some weird charges, and it seems like it could be a conspiracy theory. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a lot of things in the situation that aren't adding up. You feel me? But uh, let's get into it, man. It's unfortunate. It's real unfortunate for real. Shit crazy for real.
78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty LDBC, Lions Den Boxing community. For those who don't know, now you know. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe, also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop a new video. If you're digging the video, go ahead and share this joint. So we all heard the news by now.
Yeah.
Bomac McIntyre, Bomac, trainer of Terence Crawford, was over in the UK.
Shit crazy for real.
In the corner, working the corner of Chris Eubank Jr. and leading him to his victory over Liam Smith, left Twix. You know what I mean? And on his way home in the airport, Bomac was arrested, allegedly for having a firearm, a loaded firearm, in his luggage, in one of his bags. Now, this makes zero sense to any of us. We all know that firearms are illegal in the UK. So if it's Bomac's, if it is his weapon is legally licensed to him or something, how did he make it to the UK with this firearm in his luggage, right? So we got to ask those questions. Then, if he purchased a firearm in the UK, what would possess him? First of all, where you gonna get one in the UK? I mean, I know you can get one from the street somewhere, but what would possess him if he got one?
And let me tell you why this don't make sense, right? You got 2 airports before you even get to the UK, right? You gotta get on the plane and off the plane. Both of those checks are super thorough. Like, I had some oil from working on the truck before I boarded the plane. Not even working on the truck, just stepping in gas from to fuel in the truck. They detected the fuel on the bottom of my boot, the residue of the fuel, and it got marked as a hazardous substance. So you telling me Bomac could have took a loaded gun on the plane and off the plane? Not to mention if he had multiple stops to get to London or UK or wherever he went. Doesn't make sense, man.
In the UK to bring it back on the airplane. Why would everybody knows that? I mean, just petty criminals know you can't go to the airport with a weapon.
Facts.
So how would that happen, right? I refuse to believe that Bomac is that silly, that he's that unaware, he's that ignorant. I just don't believe it.
Also, on top of that, I refuse to believe that the airport is that um could get caught slipping that much to the point where he could bring a gun on and off the airplane. That's ridiculous.
Now there's speculation that maybe this was a setup. You know what I'm saying?
Make
now,
more
I know,
sense.
You know what I'm saying? It's far-fetched. I know that, you know what I'm saying, it sounds like some conspiracy theories and stuff like that, but I'm just telling you what I believe. If Bomac say that wasn't his weapon, then I think it was planted on him. If Bomac stand on it and say, yeah, that was mine, I just forgot it was in my bag, blah, blah, then that's just some stupid mess and we'll deal with it as it comes. But I ain't heard nothing from Bomac or Team Crawford just as of yet. To my knowledge, I think they still got Bomac in custody. He's been arrested.
They're probably cloning his ass.
I think in the UK you can get like 5 years for this offense. He's supposed to go to court October 9th. That's next month. I don't know if he'll be in custody the whole time. I don't know if they'll even let him leave the UK with these type of charges. I don't know if they'll let him leave, even if he bail himself out. I don't think they'll let him leave. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But
that's cold.
Many are speculating at this point that maybe Liam Smith's relationship with Daniel Canahan has something to do with this. Maybe Terence
Liam
Crawford's
Smith.
failed business relationship with Daniel Canahan has something to do with this. We don't know. But at the bottom line is, it's a lot of shenanigans that go on over there in the UK. You know what I'm saying? Especially with Daniel Canahan. This guy is still on the run. He's still the Irish mob leader. And ain't nobody caught him
Irish
yet. He's
mob
still
leader.
influencing stuff.
What?
So, it's just no telling, what's going on. You know what I mean? If to the people who might dismiss this, hey,
Amazing.
at the end of the day, we don't know. Right?
Listen, if you got somebody that's a mob leader and you owe them money, or not owe them money, but let's say Errol Spence and Terence Crawford had made 25 million on that fight. You know what I'm saying? You don't think bro missing out on that money if he's a mob leader? I don't know who Canahan is, but if what bro says is true and he a mob leader, you don't think he got connections in the UK and he the Irish mob? He on the run and he still ain't got caught. And Crawford didn't set that business deal up with him. You know what I'm saying? Knowing Bomac on fire right now, knowing Crawford on fire, and he just missed out on one of the biggest paydays he probably could have got. Shit crazy.
Because when Daniel Canahan first started getting into boxing, trying to clean up his money, these allegations about him came out, and people was talking about, no. You had the president of the WBC, Mauricio Suleiman, vouching for the dude. You had Bob Arum. Oh no, he's a good guy, and all this old crap, right? Then when the United States government, put a bounty out on him, they looking for him, and he banned. He can't use no airports and all this type of stuff. Everybody looking for him, so now he on the run. Now everybody want to distance themselves from him, right? Tyson Fury ain't been back to America ever since then. You see what I'm saying? A lot of shenanigans. What I'm telling you, boxing is a corrupt sport. Boxing has always been run by the mob since its inception. There's always been a criminal element to the sport of boxing. There's always been set up fight, fixed fights, waters getting spiked, people getting drugged. That's always happened in the sport of boxing. But people pick and choose when they want to acknowledge this type of stuff. If you want a guy to lose and he loses under suspicious circumstances,
that don't make no
then
sense.
You just chalk it up to, hey, my guy won, right? If your guy is the victim of the shenanigans that happen in boxing, then all of a sudden you want the whole world to stop and everybody to cry for you, right? But this sport is shady. You know what I'm saying? Just like all these drug tests, all these matchroom guys keep popping dirty. I don't know what that's about. You know what I'm saying? But we would never know. I mean, ain't nobody for
Man, they're going to use whatever edge they can get against their opponent, because at the end of the day, it's all about money. Everything really is the streets. You know what I'm saying? This right here seemed like it just doesn't make sense how somebody can get through airport security after 9/11 happened. You know what I'm saying? With a gun twice and go across to another country and only get caught when he comes back after another win. He messing up people money. You got to think all that money. People had money on Spence in that fight. You know what I'm saying? And nobody was expecting Crawford to do what he did. But Bomac is the brains behind the operation. Bomac is a disruptor in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And the best thing to do is get the disruptor of the money out the equation. And it looks like Bomac was the fall guy for this, man. That sucked.
to come out here and confess. Some people say Eddie Hearn is behind all these drug tests. Eddie Hearn, but I don't know why he would do that. For all you know, it could be a rival. It could be a rival. I keep telling y'all, listen, if somebody, hypothetically, this is just me, brainstorming here. If somebody wants to ruin matchroom events, right? Listen, Devin Haney and Regis Prograis. You know why that fight ain't been announced? It's not because, Devin's ducking, Devin looking for a way out. No. They're having a hard time finding a location here in America because rival promoters are locking up other venues, which they have no intentions on using. They just booking them. Just so, like I said before, it's kind of like you booking a hotel in advance for a certain weekend, right? So now the hotel, when somebody else comes to look for that suite, they say, "Oh, sorry, we got no more room. We got no more of those suites. The presidential suite is
It's kind of like when 50 Cent bought all the seats to Ja Rule's front rows. I mean, bought all the front row seats to Ja Rule's concert, man.
Book, right? But then 2 days before your trip, you check back. Oh, it's available all of a sudden. No, why? Because the person who booked it had no intentions on ever going. He just didn't want you to get it. And that's what a lot of these promoters do with these venues. They book the MGM
Shit
Grand.
is
They
a
book
dirty
this. They
game.
book that, right? With no intentions on ever using them. Just so
Hmm.
to stop Eddie Hearn from having a foothold in America. I'm not mad at them for smashing the gas on Eddie because Eddie came over here with his own talking real greasy. Transatlantic deal and all this weird stuff, how you finna take over America. So of course they're gonna hold a grudge and they're gonna try to, affect his pockets. So, but
Shit
with
crazy.
these drug testing companies, bro, Vada and these other companies, these are regular people. Y'all acting like these are some computers that are incorruptible or something. These are regular people, all right,
Boys ain't AI.
who get paid, uh, 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 $40,000-$50,000 a year. It's nothing for somebody to find some adverse findings in somebody's system. It's nothing for somebody to uh, um, tamper with a sample for the right amount of money. Just think about it. If you make $50,000 a year and all you do is test drug samples all day long, you testing drug samples.
It
You
ain't
don't
nothing to
care
slide them some
which way
money.
but loose, right? And you're approached by somebody with $100,000, $150,000, and they threaten you too. You say anything about this, you'll disappear.
Hmm.
Take this for your trouble. We need this. We need this drug test to pop dirty.
And it ain't nothing to, hey, let me tell you something, bro. It ain't nothing to make somebody disappear when you got multi-billions. I'm sure. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? We need to pop dirty.
Corporate
Boom,
espionage.
easy. Well, the fans not gonna question it. All the fans, the media, all they gonna do is attack the fighter. Oh,
Hmm.
look at you! Yeah, you're a cheater. You're dirty. The fighter like, no, I ain't did nothing. Oh, yes, you did. You're a cheater. Nobody ever would suspect that the person uh, analyzing the test was corrupted. Right?
Crazy.
We've seen referees in boxing be corrupted. Right? We've seen judges be corrupted. I don't understand why people are so shocked and act like it's impossible for these other things to happen, like what could be happening with Bomac. Now, I could be totally wrong. This could have been Bomac's weapon. He could have.
Man, if Bomac got through twice, I don't know. And I don't know, man. If Bomac really came up off of two dubs like that and he getting hot as he is, and he felt like he needed to go to the UK with a gun, just like Brittany Griner went to Russia with some weed or whatnot, and they caught her for residue and still locked her up. Man, when you go to these other places abroad, you got to understand in America, a lot of the rules are different. You know, we got a lot of privileges out here, whether you like it or not, where, people running wild saying they this and doing all types of things. Where in somewhere like in Dubai, when uh sassy trucker went out there, you know what I mean? And she over there yelling at a man and doing all this crazy stuff to a man. In other places, they don't play like that. She got locked up too. So I would like to think this definitely can't be Bomac's first time overseas because Crawford has been overseas before way earlier and he's been with Crawford forever. So I have a hard time believing that he just felt like he could sneak past the airport with a loaded gun unless he had it in some type of case, some x-ray proof case, or I just have a hard time. It's just the timing of everything just makes it seem like it's a setup. So it's like Crawford just had his biggest fight of his career. Now Bomac's hot. Now people want to they want to put Bomac in the game, but Bomac isn't under the heavy hitters. He came up from Nebraska with Crawford. So he kind of like a wild card right now, you know? And and people who have money on these fighters are these fighters handlers and making a piece off these fighters. They don't want a wild card walking around taking all the O's away from their fighters. The undefeated record in boxing is a promotional tool. You know what I'm saying? It's a moneymaker. That's why De La Hoya didn't like it when Garcia fought Tank. They said, don't fight Tank. Garcia fought Tank. lost his oath. De La Hoya was nowhere to be found with him. Bernard Hopkins too. They told Spence, don't fight Crawford. They was trying to avoid that. He fought Crawford, lost his oath. Now he ain't Superman no more. You know what I'm saying? It's
Uh,
just he a
just
disruptor right
forgot it
now.
was in his
He a
bag,
problem.
whatever,
He
and
a
we'll find
problem.
out all that information later.
He
But
a problem.
until I hear Bomac say it was his weapon, I believe it was a setup because I just don't believe the man was that stupid. I just don't.
I don't think so
Right? I
either.
don't put nothing past boxing. You see what these people did to Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Everybody
Mm.
let it. All these people laughed about it. Look at Wilder. Huh? He making excuses, bro. Ridiculous stuff, man. Absolutely ridiculous stuff. Wilder say somebody did something to his water because he felt weak. The legs was all weak and stuff like that. He couldn't control. He had no balance. They say that's a ridiculous excuse. But then in the same fight, post-fight press conference, Tyson Fury turned down water.
Mm.
Somebody tried to give him a bottle of water at the press conference. Tyson Fury say, "No, where that water come from?"
And if y'all don't believe that, because that might be, we can't prove that. We know for a fact on video they gave Fury a 15 count instead of a 10 count. So wherever you want to look at it, it be some weird stuff going on sometimes. Come on, bro.
It's over there. No, not that one.
It's all about money at the end of the day.
What you mean, not
We
that one?
just the consumers of
What
the
you
product.
mean? Nobody even want to question it. This is what I mean by people will let shady stuff ride if it's the guy they like.
Exactly.
When the corruption works against the guy they like, then they want the whole world to cry about it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? The whole world watched Josh Taylor lose to what's the boy name? Catterall. Whole world watched it. Clean victory. Catterall get robbed. Nobody cries for Jack Catterall. All right. So y'all
Shit crazy.
went around acting like Josh Taylor's still the man. Teofimo Lopez beat Josh Taylor, and now T.O.'s the man. What happened to Jake Catterall? What happened to him? He get no glory. Swept under the rug. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
We seen what happened with Rolly Romero, right? Fighting the Aztec Elder,
Aztec
the
Elder.
Amazonian Elder. So Rolly, he out there getting whooped. As soon as Rolly hit the dude, Tony Weeks jump in and stop it. If that ain't a rig, man, come on, bro. This is what people do. This is boxing. This is the sport we love. It's corrupt. It's a criminal element of boxing. Always has been. Always will be. And that's just the end of it. Y'all let me know what y'all think of this Bomac stuff. 78 Sports TV. Salute to the
Shout out
mighty
78 Sports
LBBC.
TV.
I'm up out of here. Deuces.
Man, that shit crazy, bro. Shout out 78 Sports TV, man. But it just don't make sense to me, bro. It just don't make sense, man. The boy been doing this for so long, you know, and just to get caught up at the height of his career, man, is seeing how disciplined Crawford moved, it just doesn't make no sense, man. To get caught up right after that, right before the rematch with Earl Spence, with some more money on the line up in UK, like ASAP got caught in the UK. I mean, in Europe, like Griner got caught in Europe. Oh man, now Bomac in Europe, all these people be famous. You know what I'm saying? It's always something behind the scenes, man. You can't really trust everything you see. And it's always something. But it's Shaka being that mafioso, the done died, the coldest ninja with a nunchuck swinging behind his back, aka Shaka Black, aka Shaka being that, aka Shaka Fuego, aka Shaka Flame, man. I hope that boy Bomac get free Bomac, man. I hope he find a resolution to this, because there's something ain't adding up, man. You know what I mean? And if he really did make that mistake as a grown man, he got to be accountable for that. But you just can't be moving that dumb, man. You got so much on the line, man. You got millions on the line, man. You got to move right. But at the same time, when you playing with millionaires who play dirty and you taking money out their pocket, they liable to do anything, man. Peace.